Can Zeke dink again?
Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and... Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Now the first play in the drive there is incomplete. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit every time I think about Zach Martin and the controversy, air quotes there, about him being picked by the Cowboys because many thought that another player was going to be picked in that spot. But they made the right call in getting Zach Martin. Versatile player, played guard and tackle in college, and uses that versatility to his great advantage in the NFL. Immediately was an all-pro and continues to play to that level.
On third down, it's Prescott. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A first down carry by Elliott. Room here to run. A big run that time by Elliott. 49 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to...
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Stephon Tuitt. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Throwing, Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Third and long. It's Newton. Ebron's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Newton. Ebron caught left side. The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 6 catches, 68 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. Back to throw, Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Newton. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's Elliott, complete. A good rally to the football holds him to 2, and that brings up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On the draw, Connor. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. From the 35 on 2nd down. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves.
And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And down he goes just beyond the 35, but that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down, it's Elliott looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. The Steelers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. To throw is Newton. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Elliott. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. He finds Hopkins complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down. From the 17, Newton in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Draw play, Elliott, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Prescott now. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Steps away, and he's going to keep it here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Brandon.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll roll him out right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the counter, it's Connor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the air now with Newton. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Newton. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. On first down, it's Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Again, a run with Connor. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Newton to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's caught by Davis. first time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. They'll run on first down. Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Prescott with a catch made by Hopkins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Looking to throw, Prescott. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They start with a give to Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Connor. Oh, refuse. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They go to Elliott again. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, Prescott. It's complete to Hopkins. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Prescott to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Prescott now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Newton. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Newton. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Newton now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Elliott. And an alley to run. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Newton. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now Newton on first down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now the pass finally gets way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yard.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Elliott. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Prescott to throw. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing. I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, That tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Dallas,